Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Sorry I don't have any footage of this. I didn't take my camera with me this day. Today I went to go pick up my car. So it's a little story time of what happened. So left home, my mom came, picked me up, gave me a ride to the mechanic. Got to the mechanic, so it was a little red flag. I went into the parking lot they had, and it's a small area, so I figured they might have like another parking lot somewhere else or behind it or beside it or whatever, store other vehicles. And I didn't see my car there, so that's the red flag I'm referring to. And I thought that was a little strange. So went into the building. There was a lady at the front desk. Can't remember her name, but talked to her, told her I was there to pick up my car, my gray Subaru, told her my name, gave her all my information, which should be in their system, and she didn't apparently know where it was. Long story short, it was at her house, but we'll get to that. So she contacted another mechanic, the guy that I typically deal with, that I haven't had like any issues with. I think he's a good guy, never done anything wrong that I know of. But he came out and was like, yeah, I know who has it, blah blah. Called the mechanic, who is the top head mechanic. That's what she said. Don't know if that's true. So called him, because it was her husband, but called him, and then so he was like, yeah, it's at my place, blah blah. He went and got a Cadillac for us to drive. He was going to take his own car, and then he has to look at another car, so we just took a customer's car there. And so we drove the 700 horsepower Cadillac, which I was perfectly fine with. I thought that was awesome. Then we get there. It's a pretty far drive. It was about 15 minutes or so. We get there to this, I don't know if it was the owner's house or the top mechanic, as she said, or whoever it was. I don't even really remember his name. But we got there, and my windows were rolled down, and I thought that was a little strange because it was cloudy outside, it was sprinkling, it was raining, so I was like, why would my windows be rolled down, especially if it's about to start raining? So we get there, get out of the car, guy comes up to us, starts talking, we're having a good conversation, nothing's wrong with the car, so I'm happy. I'm like, whatever, even if it's over at this guy's house, like, no big deal, as long as there's nothing wrong with my car. They're not charging me, they're not doing anything like that, because there wasn't anything wrong with it. And the dude said he drove the car about 80 miles, which it was another red flag that kind of came up with me. I was like, 80 miles, that's kind of far for, just trying to test drive it and see if anything's wrong. Maybe max would be like 50 miles in my opinion. Max, like, why would you even drive a car 50 miles? So he drove it 80 miles and put gas back in it. Mind you, when I dropped off the car, it was a little over half of a tank. When I got the car back, it was maybe a quarter left, and when I got home, it was empty. So I was pretty upset about that, because once I got in my car, this is the big issue I have with it, because it's my personal property. You own this business, you shouldn't mistreat anybody's property, or be driving a car as your personal car, or doing something like that, which I think is what he did. I don't have any proof of him personally doing this. I don't have like a dash cam or anything saying he drove my car as his personal car and did anything like that. But got into my car, and it smelled like straight weed. I know what weed smells like. I don't care what you smoke, what you do, blah blah. Just if you own a business, don't do it in your customer's vehicle. So that's my main issue with it. And if you want to know the mechanic I went to, it's in the last video, so go check out the last video. But pretty much I left a review on Google, saying how displeased I was, because when I got there, obviously wasn't gas really put in it, maybe like 10 bucks or something like that, just so they could get it back to his house or whatever. He didn't want to fill it up because of someone else's gas tank, use his own money for that. But he did use his own gas for it, if you know what I mean. So I left him a review on Google. Doesn't look like that appears on Google, so I don't know if they have anything to do with that. If they can like cheat the system anyhow, but I left them a review on Yelp because this isn't the first issue I've had from them. It's the second one. It's not a major deal. Just don't do that in the customer's car and like own up to it, you know? Because like every review that I've seen that was bad from this mechanic, this auto place, the owners acted like a little baby, you know, saying stuff and leaving a review back or saying something like, be professional about it, it's a business, you know, be professional, especially if you own it. But that's my little spiel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if anyone else has had an experience with this place before, but check out the last video if you want to know the place I went to, because I don't want to just bash them, even though I guess that's what I'm doing. But more to come. Got a video coming soon. Thanks. Hope everyone stays safe with the corona.